you more introverted?
Yeah,
Really?
definitely not the life of the party.
Come on.
No. If I know you, we're gonna have a good time. If I don't, it takes me a while. I'm like souffle. It takes me a while to get ready.
To warm up,
warm up.
You're more reserved around people you don't know.
Yes, very laid back, very.
But when you're doing stand-up, you don't know the audience.
I don't know the audience. I feel stand-up is completely different than going to a party or going to a dinner with a group of people that I'm unfamiliar with. I tend to, even going golfing with 3 other guys I don't know, or I'm quiet. I'm just quiet. I like to listen first before I start opening my mouth. I don't share a lot of my personal views or about me a lot. Like I come on these things too. It's like, how much do you share? Coming into this, like, who's
this Lewis guy? I'm going to open up to him and tell him my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I've seen your show. Like some people say sometimes they break down a little bit. They get emotional. I've gotten emotional. I was on Gayle King, and I was crying with my father on an interview. So it's like, how vulnerable are you going to be on these things? I'm sure like people, you could tell someone might have their guard up a little bit, like they're not going to like give you a lot. So yeah, it's always like, even nowadays, it's like, I know this is going to go out to a ton of people. And you say, oh, anything that you don't want in here, we could edit out or whatever, but like, I'm almost editing as I'm talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think would happen in your life if you didn't edit before you spoke? I mean, obviously we want to be mindful of what we're saying at all times and not just blurt out mean things. But if you spoke more openly from your heart, do you think something would change?
If I speak more openly, I'm extremely sensitive and emotional. So my fear is always going down the word. Like I could cry at any moment. I just went to go see If the.
I saw that this last weekend.
Did we bowling?
Dude, it's beautiful. Yeah.
So
it's the music and oh man.
Bowling. So not that I'm fearful of crying. It's just sometimes like, oh, do I really want to go down this road today? And you ask, oh, what would happen if I was unfiltered? I tend to say things that might be a little abrupt and brash, but I mask it with humor, and it comes out, you can laugh at it, or it doesn't come out as, I get my point across, but I make you laugh as I'm doing it.
Right.
But there is a part of me that could come out, if I don't do it with humor, could be a little aggressive.
Like a jerk or something.
I wouldn't say a jerk. It would be a little, I don't want to say inappropriate. It would just be a little...
insensitive.
Insensitive, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've had a lot of comedians on here. And I'm curious, who are 2 or 3 when you were kind of in the scene early on that you really looked up to, that you still respect today?
When I started comedy, when I came out here in '98, I really enjoyed watching Bill Burr.
Man, he is funny.
Funny cat. I got into the elevator of where I was living in the apartment complex, and first day I lived there, Bill Burr's in the elevator.
Come on.
And I was like, stunned. I was absolutely stunned because, you're in Hollywood, you see these people on TV, and it's a far cry from northwest suburbs of Chicago. I always thought Hollywood was growing up like, where do these people live?
Yeah, but they're out in the streets. And now I'm seeing it firsthand, like Bill Burr's in the elevator. So gracious. He invited me. I even opened up. I said, bro, I came out here. I'm a huge fan. I was starting comedy out here, and he's like, you want to come to the show tonight at the Laugh Factory? He did not.
So he invited me to the show at the Laugh Factory that night. First night I'm here.
Come on.
I'm at the Laugh Factory.
The first day you got to LA?
First day.
Shut up.
It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe that I ran in. It was almost like kismet. It's like I ran into a comedian I respect and thought was super funny, and now he's inviting me to a show. So yeah, he's one of the guys that was an inspiration for me, and friends with him to this day. He comes over once in a while for the kids party. So who else did I enjoy? I mean, I've always been a Seinfeld fan, and then subsequently met him years ago. And
what was that like doing recently you did a stand-up with him with Netflix?
Yeah, we did myself, Gaffigan, and Bergazzi at the Hollywood Bowl.
What is that like, growing up watching Seinfeld and then being on stage before or after him as like the same level, essentially?
Yeah, it was, I felt that feeling when he invited me on the Comedians in Cars. Like, here's a guy, grew up watching
oh my gosh,
his show, and now I looked at that show as like he was like our Johnny Carson, because we didn't have Johnny Carson. So I felt like if Seinfeld thought you were funny, then you kind of like were in the club.
He gave you the nod, right?
Gave you the nod, like come sit down on the couch.
Wow, what was that like?
It was surreal. I mean, we're whipping around Los Angeles in a 1969 Camaro, and then when I went to New York, he invited me back on the show again, and we were on Vespas, going through New York on Vespas. So yeah, a lot of these moments that have happened in my career, I could have never imagined, me doing a movie with Scorsese, a guy I had posters on my wall, and De Niro and Pesci and Pacino. I mean, it's really, I mean, and again, enjoying those moments when they're happening, because I wasn't really enjoying it. I was nervous. I had anxiety. I was like, can I do this?